Hello and welcome to our Take 10 session. So, times when you'd like to do something but you don't have a great deal of time, perhaps, or even not a great deal of energy. So, just 10 minutes. So, when you're ready, I'd like you to find your seated position, sitting nice and tall. You might want to close your eyes, and we're just going to drop in. We're dropping into the body, feeling down into your seat. Noticing how you've arranged your legs, making subtle adjustments to enhance your posture, allowing the breath to flow freely along the spinal channel, the Sushumna Nadi. Softening the outer body, so relaxing the muscles around the face, drop the shoulders, let the arms just rest. And feeling that subtle inner strength, that inner stability from the base of the spine up. And just gently blinking open your eyes. We're just going to start by gently moving just one way in little circles, so the hands just resting on the knees. And just gently taking that the other way, so just stirring the body a little. Coming back to stillness, keeping the right foot tucked in, stretching the left leg away. We're going to take a breath in, lifting the right arm up. And on the out breath, we're coming into a side stretch. Breathing in as you come up. And on the out breath, the right hand comes down. Let's take a breath in as we sweep the left arm up. This time we're twisting. So we're just taking that arm across the body and looking over to the right. Coming back to forward facing. Stretching both legs out. Have the toes pointing up towards the sky. And either have the hands resting behind you as a little bit of support. Or if you feel quite comfortable here, bring the fingers in front of you. Maybe even start to gently walk them forwards just a little bit. Find that length through the spine. So even though we're folding forwards, we still want to find that energy channel. Good, let's come up on an in-breath. We're going to tuck the left foot in this time. On your in-breath, sweep the left arm up. On the out-breath, side stretch to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop that hand to the floor. On your next inhale, the right arm reaches up. And then we come into our twist. Move that hand across the body and look over to your left. Coming back to forward facing once more, stretch both legs away. And if this is a strong enough stretch for you, just sit comfortably upright here. Find the breath moving up and down the spine. Or a little extra challenge might be to bring the hands in front of you and tiptoe them forwards. Keep long through your spine, head aligned with heart, aligned with hips. Good, let's come up on our inhale. We're going to cross the ankles and just move over into a tabletop position. Nice and simple here. We're going to rock forwards and back just a little, just working into our hips, into our wrists, just as the movements could be tiny or as big as feels comfortable for you. And then we're just going to change it up a little by taking little circles with the hips. Getting into the hips here and the side of the body. One way and then the other. Coming to stillness and then allowing the spine to arch. So you're lengthening from your chin to your pubic bone, so that underside is stretching. And then we're just going to do the opposite. We're going to round through the spine, tucking the chin and the pelvis so that we stretch from the back of our neck to the tailbone. And it's the underside that's drawing up, it's contracting. Gently move between the two. If you want to coordinate with breath, there's an inhale. and then an exhale. So the arms and the legs barely move. Just allow that movement to be in the spine. The next time you exhale, you're in that rounded position. You're going to drop your seat towards your heels. Leave the hands in front of you. So you're stretching. So try not to just sort of flop down into the floor here. Keep those fingers active, the hands active, the arms active. Maybe a little shimmy in the chest, in the hips. Good. And then we're just going to rise up to kneeling. So the hands are going to scooch along the floor, tuck your chin, round your spine, and just lift up to kneeling. Just briefly. So if you're not comfy kneeling, you can just drop onto your bottom. But then we're going to come all the way up to a high kneeling position. Reach those arms up. And on your out breath, drop the hands by your sides. I want you to tuck your toes under. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Just gently ease back into those toes. Stretch those toes out. This can feel quite uncomfortable. So your hands on the floor can help you control how much weight you do or don't put into those toes, into your feet. Maybe you bring the knees off the floor. Maybe you even bring the fingertips off the floor, hands to press together at the heart. Your balance. Good, we're going to find the floor with our fingers and we're going to lift the hips. So as we lift those hips up, the head comes down. And maybe those legs straighten. You can keep a little bend in those knees if straight legs is a little bit too much. Just be mindful of your back. So let the head out, shake out, neck, head, shoulders. So bend those knees, scooping in at the belly so that you can curl up safely for your spine, rising up to standing. We're going to stretch those arms out to the side and then we're going to lift them up and over our head. Let your palms touch, maybe even a little tiny back bend emerges here. And then let's draw those hands back down. We're coming back down into our forward fold. Good, bend those knees. On your in-breath, curling up. Let's let those arms reach out to the side, take them wide, and bring the palms together above your head, looking up. Good, last one. We're going to out-breath, bend those knees. Drop down into your forward fold. Come up to halfway, so the knees bend. But try and keep your hands on the floor. So I want you to then step back in your feet. So you're going to be in a downward facing dog. I'm going to shimmy up my mat, actually. So 2 hands and 2 feet on the floor, hips rising up to the sky. Try and keep the arms straight and long and strong, the spine elongating, scooping at the belly. But if the knees need to bend, they can. Good. From here, rock forwards into plank and then drop the knees to the floor. Come up into your high kneeling position and step your right foot forwards. Keeping low so the hands come back down to the floor. Your left hand is on the floor and your right hand is either going to come onto your thigh as you twist, or maybe you reach that right arm up. The additional option is to tuck the back toe and lift the knee off the floor. So we're just moving into a stretch, a twist, sorry. Good, we're going to bring that hand back down. We're going to just step that right foot back. You're back in your down dog. Take a breath here, breathe in. And exhale it out. Rock forwards on your breath in. Drop the knees on your breath out. Reach up on your inhale into your high kneeling position. And on your out breath, step that left foot forwards. Keep the hands low. Right hand on the floor. Left hand is either on the thigh as you look up. You might choose to reach it up to the sky. That back foot, that back knee, be lifted if you wish. Nice, we're bringing that hand down. Instead of stepping back, this time we're going to step forwards. curling in, bend those knees just like we've done before. We're going to rise up, sweep those arms out to the side, reach them up above your head, and on your out breath, drop them down. Take the feet fairly wide, reach the arms out again to the side. So we're going to lift up the toes on the right foot and turn them out so the hips don't move. Well, they do, but they're forward facing, so they just subtly turn that foot out. Reach the arms, take a little reach to the right, and then just let that right hand come down as far as you can reach whilst still in a side stretch. So try not to drop forwards here. So we're just coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. We're going to look down as we come up on our in-breath. We're going to turn the right toes in. We're going to turn the left toes out, reach to the left, and tip just as far as we can reach. We don't have to find the floor or our toes necessarily. Just make sure you are side bending, reaching that right arm up. Let's look to the earth. Let's come up on an inhale. Turn the toes in, bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath in, lift up, look up, and on your out breath, tip forwards. Head down towards the earth. Drop the hands down in line with your shoulders. So you're trying to peek behind you, shrug out the head and neck. Those feet can be as wide as they feel comfortable. If your hands are flat on the floor, see if you can line them up with your feet. And then on your in-breath, let's bend those knees and lift the head to halfway. So we might come up onto fingertips. We're going to turn the heels in. We're going to bring our hands to our hips and we're coming up into our goddess. Reach the arms wide. Good. And then straighten those legs. Brilliant. We're going to come back down to the floor. Take a little moment in a seated position, whichever is comfortable, either kneeling or cross-legged. Just allow the hands to rest on your lap. If you feel as though you need more energy, maybe you're going to turn your palms up, kind of inviting, receiving. If you feel you want to kind of shut the world away a little, come inside, sort of calm down, maybe let those hands just rest down on your lap. Close your eyes. Just feel into your body once more, your hips, your spine, face, shoulders, hands. Just notice the breath in and the breath out. Feel how you've kind of just shimmied the body around and moved and stretched. Notice how you feel physically, as well as energetically and mentally. If you have time, this is time when you can come into Shavasana. You can take rest for as long as you wish. If you're ready to finish with me, you've set aside your 10 minutes and just sweep the arms up on your in-breath, palms touch, take them down on your out-breath. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.